CKND First News Update.
Good afternoon. The defense has opened its case in the trial of two Winnipeg men charged in the Christmas Eve shooting deaths of a woman and her two children. Larry Fisher denied he befriended co-accused John Wallach to get at a drug dealer. The suggestion was made at the pair's murder trial today by Wallach's lawyer, Hirsch Walsh. Fisher said he was upset Terry Curtin supplied his former girlfriend with the drugs, but he never wanted to harm Curtin or his family. The defendants are accused of killing Curtin's wife and two children. The Conservative government in Manitoba is looking at wiping out a piece of legislation that requires 4 Crown corporations to hold public accountability sessions. The Legislation Act, passed last year by the NDP, was to apply to Manitoba Hydro, Manitoba Telephone System, Manitoba Public Insurance Corporation, and the Liquor Control Commission. Finance Minister Clayton Manis says the Tories want to make the Crown corporations accountable, but don't think that the legislation is the right way to do it. Manitoba Attorney General Jim McCrae is taking steps to cut the backlog at the Winnipeg Land Titles Office. Winnipeg residents have been waiting for up to 42 days to complete land transfers and 3 weeks for mortgages. McCrae says money has been approved to hire staff for evening and Saturday morning shifts. He added vacancies will be filled immediately and employees moved in temporarily from rural offices. McCrae says that by the end of October, he's aiming to cut the transaction time to 21 days for verifications and 7 days for mortgages. Prime Minister Mulroney would like to see an endorsement of the free trade deal in the Economic Summit's final communique. As well, Mulroney told a press conference today in Toronto that he would like to see progress on reducing farm subsidies, trimming third world debt, and helping the homeless. The devastating drought that is sweeping the U.S. and Canada is being compared to the Great Dust Bowl of the early 30s. U.S. farmers across the nation are struggling to feed their livestock. Firefighters are still trying to contain a huge blaze in a national park in Arizona. And in Mississippi, they're trying to deal with an unusual traffic jam. Jeff Locke explains.
This is the Jadwin, shipped up from New Orleans to dredge the bottom of the muddy Mississippi. It'll be trying to deepen the shallow spot near Greenville that has backed up barge traffic for 30 miles in both directions, leaving hundreds of barges stranded in the shallow water. Nearly all are being stopped at a spot near Greenville, where the water is just not deep enough to get through. Several barges have already run aground here, the rest waiting for a new path to be dredged before they try to pass. The barges are carrying grain, steel, ore, coal, chemicals, commodities that will be stuck on board until the block is cleared.
Well, it's tough. It's hard to deal with, and speaking from personal experience, it's just, it's devastating to your business if you're in the towing business.
It's all costing towboat captains as much as $10,000 a day, as they're forced to pay crews for sitting on board waiting for the dredging to be complete so they can be on their way. The Mississippi doesn't figure to get any wider and deeper until it rains, which, despite the overcast, is not in the picture anytime soon.